How y'all doing today? Today the video is gonna be about, excuse me. The video is going to be about doing things with awareness, right? Doing things in this physical world with awareness, right? So this human mind, it scrambles our awareness, right? This human mind can be loud, but it also can be very subtle, meaning that it still operates, but not in your conscious awareness, right? Because it's the subconscious mind, right? They got the conscious and the subconscious mind. So we have to be extra aware of ourselves operating in this world, because our minds, I'm not gonna say our minds, I'm gonna say the minds, right? They are specifically programmed for us to not be present and not be fully aware, right? See, when you do things with awareness, right? When you consciously do things, you do it with a certain grace, right? You do things with grace, this divine grace, right? If you consciously speak, you're speaking with the divine grace. If you consciously walk, you're walking with the divine grace. But in this world, we're constantly programmed to do things robotically. We're programmed to robotically do things, right? Driving robotically, walking robotically, talking robotically, eating robotically, right? We never do things consciously. We're doing things on a program. We're not conscious and we're not fully there doing it with the divine grace, right? See, and that is what creates sheep, because they're not doing anything consciously, right? It's all just a program. People doing things in a program, right? Listening, but not listening consciously. Everything is being done robotically instead of consciously. You could tell the difference between somebody walking consciously and somebody walking robotically. You could clearly tell, because the person that's walking consciously, there's a certain grace that you sense within each step, right? They're choosing to step. It's not just like a robotic, just subconsciously controlled walk. No, you're conscious, right? In each step, you're feeling the ground, right? See, and that's what this entire world lacks: conscious attention, because this mind has scrambled the angelic awareness of the humans. This mind is the root of all the problems and the suffering. As the Buddha says, Siddhartha Gautam Buddha said, right? It's like we have to stop doing things robotically. Stop speaking robotically Stop doing everything robotically. Stop doing everything robotically. Start doing things consciously. Consciously listen when somebody is speaking. Like right now, you can practice this. Consciously listen, right? Sometimes when you're listening, the mind is subtly, like I said, the mind is scrambling your awareness, your pure awareness. And that's it's subtly there. The mind's subtly there. It's like it's there, but it's like it's not so apparent, but it's still scrambling your awareness, even though it's not. It's subtle, right? Consciously listen, consciously, clearly, right? Do things clearly, listen clearly, right? Fully listen to the words I am speaking, right? Not listen to your thoughts and also me. No, that's not listening. That's not consciously listening. That is robotic listening. You're listening to thoughts in the mind and me speaking. How can you do that? You're not listening. You see? I know somebody that watches this video will do exactly that. They will be listening to my video, but also listening to their thoughts in their mind. Like they're doing both at the same time, which means that they're not actually listening to me. You see? Listen to reality. Listen to the actual words being spoken out of somebody's mouth. Don't listen to these bubbles of thoughts that appear and disappear in your awareness. Right? These thoughts are not you. You are aware of thoughts. You are aware of the body. Anything you are aware of, that is not you. You see? Right? I am aware of this speaking. That is not me though. I am aware of it. Right? Anything that pops up in the awareness is not you. You are awareness itself, beyond all things in the awareness. Right? You see, breathe consciously. We're always shallow breathing. We're not fully breathing as we should. We need to fully breathe deeply. We should be consciously breathing every second of the day. Just be fully conscious of the physical. Fully conscious. Like when you breathe in, imagine you're seeing the breath in the body. And it's just going to all your body parts. Just rejuvenating your body. Right? When you're looking at something, consciously look. Consciously look. I'm looking at myself consciously. I'm looking here consciously. With the fullness of light. The fullness of the divine light. The fullness of awareness. Consciously do things with the fullness of awareness. The fullness. The wholeness. Right? The wholeness is holiness. You do things wholly, you do things wholly with full awareness. You're doing things holy, godly, simple, Consciously listen to me. Conscious. Don't let the mind scramble you. You are not the mind. Ignore the scrambling. It wants to scramble. That's all the mind does, is it scrambles. That's all the mind does. People are around you are scrambled in their mind. That's why you hit to ignore. A lot. Ignore everybody. That is ignore everybody. Yes. Ignore everybody. Right. Ignore. Right. You don't want to be influenced by other people scrambling. Keep yourself clear. Keep your presence pure and whole and full. Keep your awareness pure, full, and holy. Keep it holy. Because people around you, they're subconsciously affecting you with their scrambling of their mind. Them not being fully conscious or fully present. Them not being fully in the moment. This is subconsciously affects you. So you have to be aware of that as well. You have to be aware of all the things, right? And it's not a burden to be aware. This actually frees you even more, right? When you're being controlled by everybody else and that is not freedom. You are a slave to the mind, to other people, to being in ignorance. That is not freedom. You see? Learn from nature. Learn from nature. Right? Be as still as nature. Look how still nature is. This is you. This is a reflection of you. Nature is a reflection of you. You are this. I am this. You are this. We are this. You see? You know what I'm saying? Consciously hear, listen to nature. Consciously inhale. Consciously feel the sensation of your feet on the ground. Be completely here. It is the most fulfilling thing ever. More fulfilling than a burger. More fulfilling than a smoothie. More fulfilling than sex. More fulfilling than food. More fulfilling than any money. More fulfilling than anything. Being fully here, you are fully here. You are fully your real self. You are fully present. You are fully God, holy. You are your real self. When you are fully here in this now that you are the present. You are the gift. That is you. Right after, I'm going to say this because I've experienced it myself. Right? A lot of people, after they speak, after they do something, they think about it. Right? They review it. Review it. They're re-looking at what they just did. That does no good for you and no good for anybody else. You're being not in the moment. Right? Because I've done that myself. Right? I've said something, then I review what I said. I re-listen. Oh, did I say it? Did I? Shut the fuck up. Yes, you said it correctly. You see what I'm saying? I know all of y'all do that too. You walk or you dance. You do something out of the norm. And then you think about it. You're like, oh, I wonder. You just judge yourself. You think a fucking tree judges itself? When it is a tree? No. Doesn't give a shit. Just like me and you. You shouldn't give a shit about anything you do. Do what you do. Don't review what you did. This isn't a fucking Yelp, okay? This isn't Google Maps, okay? We're not reviewing shit. We don't re-look at what, no. This is not in the moment. We are conscious. We are alive. We are aware. We are like the sun, shining the light of awareness upon our actions and doings. You see, you look at me right now. I got that light of awareness in the eyes. You see? You see, you gain that innocence back that was lost. You gain that childlike innocence that was lost when you consciously do things. Because as a kid, that's exactly what you were doing. You were consciously, you were fully present. You were in that pure consciousness. There was no mind. There was no mind. You were in the no mind state. The state with no mind. Nothing was limiting you. The only thing that was limiting you, you already know. But yes, when you consciously live, you regain that childlike sense of innocence, right? You feel alive again, right? Like remember when you were a baby, when you were a kid, everything was so alive and magical, right? But ever since you were a kid, then what changed? The mind. The mind dulled everything. Words, thoughts, mind. These three things have dulled your entire world. And it is up to you to revert, to reset your body, your mind, your spirit back to its original factory settings. Yes. Revert, reset your body back to its original factory settings. Reset it. You see, like, when you have full conscious awareness, you realize everything was a fucking joke. All the thoughts in the mind, everything was useless. Everything was not true. Right? That's what you realize. You realize you trapped yourself in your own prison. You had the key to the cell you were locked in. You willingly put yourself in a prison cell and locked yourself in it. That's what you realize when you become fully consciously aware again. Right? You shine that light of consciousness upon the physical world. Right? That divine grace, that divine spiritual awareness. You realize it was all bullshit. Everything I was stressing about. All the people's thinking. Every dumbass shit gets completely evaporated into the nothingness to which it came from. Right? And then you breathe in and you're like, you just laugh. You just smile and laugh. What they say in Madagascar? Smile and wave. Smile and wave. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. Because you realize it was all an illusion. You just smile and wave at the illusion. Smile and wave at the people that are still living in ignorance. Still living unaware. Right? Still living in that darkness of unconscious, robotic living. It's like, and then when you become fully consciously aware, don't be surprised. Everybody's gonna look at you because you have you have done the impossible. It was actually very possible. But it's impossible for a lot of people in this world, that's for sure. It's possible for anybody, but a lot of people in this world won't come back to their full conscious awareness that they had as a kid. Right? They will stay in that robotic living, right? In just their routine, their daily routine. Right? Yeah. People will say, oh, it's good to have a routine, but it's like, no, this makes you a robot. This makes you unnatural. You're not doing things with the divine grace. You're not doing things consciously. You're just in a programmed rut routine. You see? But when you break the routine, when you do things differently, you change the timeline, right? You do something new for your consciousness, right? You break out of the cycle of being that robotic, of being in that robotic awareness, right? You break out of your own prison cell, right? And it's like the source of this body is not anything in this world, right? It's here. It's here. You don't need anything in this world. You only need here. That's all you need. This is the source of life. The heart is the source of life, right? You don't need anybody. You don't need any person. You don't need any of these things that they tell you need, right? See, people are stuck in the routine of a wake up, go on the phone, eat breakfast, go to work, right? But then when you consciously change, you want to, you say you fast for a day, that will completely change you. That will change you because you're not doing your little robotic routine that you were programmed to do. You break out of this, they say the matrix, right? You break out of the matrix, right? It helps you come back into the soul matrix, right? The soul awareness, right? Your real self, your soul. The soul is not bound by anything of the physical, right? Like I said in a lot of videos, the soul is not bound by any of this. It's just playing. From the soul's perspective, it is just playing in this world. From the human perspective, it is surviving. Right? Human awareness is just surviving in this world. It's not playing, it's not living, it's surviving. You know? But yes, this has been Guruji Netzeru at your service. And I'm not going to put the captions on the videos anymore because I am consciously speaking and I feel like you guys can understand what I am saying. You don't need these captions on the videos. And if you guys do, if you would want the captions, because you can't listen to my words, conscious words I'm speaking, then let me know. And I probably still won't put it, because you should consciously listen.